Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the UnProfessionals. And as always, it's Slim
and Caesar, and we welcome you.
Yeah, episode 4. Now, look, I'm apologize. Yes, we are terribly unprofessional, but man, we had a whole episode 3 lined up for you, man.
Yeah.
We even thanked the mothers coming out of that Mother's Day weekend and all that stuff. Had some good stuff about James Harden. Maybe one day we'll talk about that again. But hey, we're gonna keep on pushing. The audio was bad, man. I think I put it in the wrong hole, man. It just doesn't even matter. Like
Put it in the wrong hole.
The audio plug, the 1/8 auxiliary cord, wrong hole. That's all. But hey, we're back. We're gonna move past that, and we're gonna continue to build on what we got. And so, So this week,
so how about some more quick hitters?
Let's do it. I'm good with quick hitters.
McGregor, Mayweather. The McGregor side of the deal is done.
Right.
Whatever that means.
Well, the one thing I know is big money. Big money. And I get it from Mayweather. He like, listen. Because if you look at it like this, it's like you're combining two different demographics or fan bases.
Right.
And, people are crazy about MMA. Me personally, it's neither here nor there. I like the more technical, tactical things. I respect Mayweather's boxing style. Some people don't.
Right.
And so, but definitely a payday. And because it's boxing, I don't think McGregor has a chance at all.
The question is, does this fight happen? Is this really happening, or is this Pacquiao Mayweather? We talk about it and then it don't happen until 5 years, and nobody wants to see Mayweather boxing at 55 years old.
Until the announcement comes, that's when it happens. Up until that point, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he's fighting. I would be more excited if he was gonna fight somebody like Tyrone Crawford, Danny Garcia, Triple G, or even if he fought Canelo again, it would be a boxing match, a mega fight. This right here is just a fanfare, brouhaha circus. Hey, just if you're gonna get your money, get your money. Whatever.
Is it just me, or does this feel like wrestling?
Right.
Like in WWE, when they bring in like a celebrity or an artist. Like, I just feel like there's just something.
Right. Mayweather been in WWE. Shaq, all these people, we know them jokers ain't really wrestling.
Yeah.
Now, what you want to hope for is you don't want McGregor to be get his head thumped on, and then he think he in an MMA match, and he go to the ground and pound and grapple. It's gonna be a problem.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some people on deck just in case.
Deck, ready for any of that foolishness. But I just don't want him to revert to that because boxing wise, he's just not gonna have.
Yes, it's not. It's gonna be a 12-round dismantling of his face by Mayweather. As much as I would love to see McGregor catch him one time, I don't think it's gonna happen.
And who's that? Ortiz got mad, headbutt Mayweather. Yeah, see, it could get crazy. But yeah, that's until it happens. Whatever. I probably won't pay for the fight. I'll go over somebody's house who got it. And whatever.
So Michael Bennett says that he will welcome Colin Kaepernick.
Okay, defensive end for the defensive lineman for the Seattle Seahawks.
Right. How you feel about that?
I think that's you look at it in two different ways. You look at it from the football aspect, and then kind of like from the personnel locker room aspect. I think that Seattle Seahawks locker room is inviting because they seem to be a little bit more socially conscious and connected and cohesive as a team than most, and that's cool. So somebody coming in with a perspective, with an opinion about something, can bring it to the table, and I think that's accepted. But then also look at his skill set. Yeah, he's been a starting quarterback. Last couple of years wasn't that good, but when you compare his skills to a Russell Wilson, mobile, able to throw, that thing, it may play to his skill set in that offense.
I think, he would definitely be a serviceable backup. The fact that he still hasn't got a job and you still got some of these guys who are backups is completely ridiculous. But I could see him there. Pete Carroll, I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar recently said Pete Carroll's done a lot of reaching out to him in the past just about socially conscious things and how do you handle temperaments and really just trying to understand some of what his players might be going through. So I think that might be a good fit for him too.
Yeah, and the fact that he still be in the NFC West and he'll be ready to play and ready to go against his former team, the 49ers, who kind of just let him out to dry, kind of, be ready to stick it to him twice a year.
Let's not be fooled. He's still a terrible quarterback. And terrible is relative. Again, like I said, he's a backup at best.
Right now, yes, I will say that. I think he went vegan and lost too much weight. He ain't on. He going. Not that I was checking for him, but he's not going to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated the body issue no time. Yeah, because he became a vegan, lost too much weight, and I think that kind of messed up his skill set. So a little bit.
Yeah, moving on.
Moving on.
NBA draft happened.
The lottery happened. Yeah.
Boston, well, the lottery.
Yeah.
Boston ends up getting the number one pick, but I don't care about that. I care about the Lakers.
That's his team.
My Lakers were able to keep their pick. They're drafting number 2. So, as we alluded to very early on in the episode, win for Lonzo Ball and LeVar and the ZO2s, baby.
You gonna deck the whole team out ZO2s. You know, Kobe gone. They ain't really got no superstar. He can come through and be like, look, we big baller brand Lakers, baby.
Yeah.
I'll say this. First of all, I love seeing Magic in the executive role with the Lakers. I love that. His energy at the lottery was great. Just love seeing that guy, man. And it did work out for them. They were able to keep the pick. I think if it would have fell out of a certain position, they weren't going to be able to keep it. And number 2 is actually a very comfortable position for them. They basically, their destiny is in their own hands.
Ask Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like that Kevin Durant was number 2 pick.
Hey.
Number two is real solid. And I mean, the question becomes though. So number 2 pick, if Lonzo is there, well, you can't have Lonzo, Jordan Clarkson, and D'Angelo in the backcourt.
Man, I've already told you. Somebody should have checked Snapchat soon as that ball came up out the lottery thing and hit number 2 for the Lakers. And you would probably go better than me, but the watch has to be out on D'Angelo Russell. Has to be. If he would have took more of a definitive role, like he was going to be the point guard of the future for them when they drafted him, I think he had the potential to do it. But because he hasn't taken that step, they're going to look at that. They're going to look at it for sure.
I mean, he's a scorer, but and I thought that would be the part of his game that would be a little slow to develop his ability to score. He can fill it up. The issue with D'Angelo is that he doesn't play defense and he's not a very good facilitator. So while he can put the ball in the hole, I mean, I can part ways with him. Okay, so are you saying that, just to stay on the Lakers real quick, is Jordan Clarkson a starter? No, he's a guy that you want coming off the bench. Who they got starting at 2 now? Right now, well, I mean, it was kind of like a hybrid. Sometimes it would be Jordan Clarkson. Sometimes it would be Russell. Their guard situation was terrible. So if you bring in Lonzo Ball and you keep Russell, do you slide him to the 2 and let him fill it up and then let Lonzo run facilitate? He can't play defense. No, I mean, you got to be able to guard the 2, especially in the West. You got to be able to guard that position. Right. If you're not guarding that position, what good are you? Right. He would be undersized at the 2. He's not playing no defense. And he's filling it up, but I mean, I haven't really seen him as a good off-the-ball type of guy. He's a ball-dominant type of guard that's filling up. Yeah, there's no room for him if they draft Lonzo, period. Through last year's free agency, and I'll even say the summer before that, so going back 2 summers, coming into this summer, they always talk about the young talent that the Lakers have, the assets they have, but they haven't been quick to trade or give up on any of these guys. You're going to have to move some people. And if you move D'Angelo Russell, you probably going to have to move somebody else. I'd move Russell and Randall. Yeah, they both will go. Like, neither one of them are doing anything on the defensive end that would entice me to want to keep them. I like Larry Nance. I think Larry Nance would be good. I worry about his health from time to time, but I'd rather see him starting at the 4. I like Zubiak, the center, the young guy. I think he could be very, very good down low. Right. And then, I mean, you know, there's an argument to be made that you move the pick and see what you can get. What I don't want is Paul George because he's not a franchise piece. So you can't bring Paul George by himself and think that that's going to solve your problems in LA. It's just not going to happen. Well, any basketball fan would know that 1 or maybe even 2 moves is not going to solve the problem, like make y'all a playoff team, and that ain't me throwing no shade. But I'm just saying, not only that, but we look at it. If you bring in Paul George, then he becomes the veteran on the team. And he would be the most touted star on the team if you put him on the roster now. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, I'm with you. Because really, you got to exhibit that of him being in Indiana. And Indiana really ain't do nothing. So that commercial with him hitting the game winner is an absolute joke. And being an absolute joke there. I love them shoes, though. Jonathan Simmons, though, hey, we can pay Jonathan Simmons. He can play 2 for us.
Spurs, if y'all don't re-sign Jonathan Simmons, y'all are crazy in your head. I'm telling you.
That's not gonna happen.
I blame that on the salary cap. Somebody's gonna throw him. Overpay him. Or they gonna back up the truck. And as much as I love Jonathan Simmons, he don't need no whole truck. You can bring a couple. You can bring that bag or two, but he don't need no truck.
His daughters would beg to differ, and their baby mamas would beg to differ. They want the truck.
That's fine.
Speaking of trucks and staying with Paul George, there's not going to be no truck backed up for him and Gordon Hayward now that they didn't make the All-NBA team.
Right. Saw a little dust up behind that where people were saying it wasn't right that the voters had the power to quote-unquote dictate what these guys were making. But if that stuff has been agreed upon contractually or through collective bargaining, you mentioned earlier off camera or whatnot, then, I mean, it ain't no argument. You just have to ball out and get the position so you can get your money.
Yeah, the idea is to be able to keep your better players in their market. Right. If they achieve these incentives, you can pay them more. Right. Well, they didn't achieve it. And I mean, you look at that All-NBA team, and I would ask, who do you take off to put one of them on? Especially, they had good years. I'm not trying to say that either of those guys are trash. Right. But let's be real.
Right.
It's a pretty stout list. When you think about who was on the first, and if they wasn't on the first team, who falls to the second team. Like, it's just not a...
Right. They would have had to do a little bit more. I think individually, when you look at them and you look at their skill sets, you're like, man, these guys are good. Yeah. But in terms of putting them on an All-NBA team, hey, the chips fell where they did, the votes went where they went, and that's just what that was.
I mean, Kevin Durant was on the second team.
Kevin Durant was.
You know what I'm saying?
And before he had an ankle foot or whatever that was. Before then, they were talking. He was in the MVP talk. I mean,
it was Anthony Davis, LeBron, Kawhi, Russell, and Harden on the first team.
Right.
Well, it's only 3 NBA teams.
It's only 3.
And then you say, well, Curry and Kevin, and then you got to throw in like DeMarcus Cousins, I believe was on set. Like there's just a lot of guys that.
Right. And then the spots just ran out.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes had good years that just were better than them.
Yeah, the good thing is that it's not like they're leaving money on the table. They just didn't get a chance to make it. So
that's all.
Time to make some decisions. Larry Bird's already stepped down, so he was like, I ain't about this life. Y'all figure it out without me.
Indiana's gonna have to decide whether if they think that they want to keep Paul George on the roster, lose him as an unrestricted free agent, not this summer, but next summer, or get the talks going now about who he possibly want to trade with. I mean, if you ask me, I think those talks have already been happening. I think people see the writing on the wall, and that's all we've been hearing about. George to LA and George to here, and I just seen a lot of stuff on Instagram. People mock up the jerseys. I didn't see him in a Utah jersey, LA jersey. I haven't seen him in a Boston jersey, and it's just kind of like, okay, all right, guys. Yes, you don't want to be. You're probably not going to be in Indiana, but that don't necessarily mean he's coming to a team near you.
Right. I wouldn't want to go back to Indiana if I'm not getting no max dollars.
I ain't getting no, I wouldn't either. But I mean, again, it's not max dollars in a sense that we have the opportunity to pay. They can't pay him the $200+ million. They can't do it. They just can't do it because he didn't reach the incentive. But that doesn't mean that he couldn't get the max deal of whatever that is for the player that he's going to demand max wherever he goes.
You surprised Ezekiel Elliott is still being investigated by the NFL?
I'm only surprised because I'm going to ask, if he's on another team, is it the same way?
Do you think that his brush up with old girl and showing her boobs out, do you think that kind of keeps it lingering?
Okay. So 2 things with that.
Oh. I mean,
the fact that it happened.
That's on camera.
So my first thing is, does it help? No. And the second thing, I've said it in other episodes. Yeah. When it's on tape, when it's documented on tape, it does not help you. It does not help you. Now, you call it innocent fun. It's a little loose, but and this is the thing. This is the only thing that's gonna help him with that. I just say strictly talk about the video. He tried to make the girl show her stuff. She kind of act like she stopped, and then she showed her stuff willingly by herself.
Right.
So it wasn't like this. Ezekiel was up on the balcony and he was making threats to my life, or there's nothing that can come. The girl, from what I understand from that video, ain't came out and said anything, whatever. He's doing himself no favor, though. And when I say that, when I ask the question about him being on the team, would this be lingering if he wasn't on America's team? Would this even be an issue? Would it be an issue that he led the league in rushing? Will we still be talking about this? Or we have to possibly peg him because he's the leading NFL rusher on America's team as a rookie, teamed up with another great rookie. It's lingering just because my thing is like, hey, if you did something and he violated the NFL conduct thing, it's suspending. Do whatever you gonna do. Ain't no program for that. It's a program for that drove, but it ain't no program for what he did per se.
Well, Ezekiel Elliott, don't be a moron. Is all I have to say. She want to expose the bulls. Let her do it herself.
Let her do it.
Do you remember? Does the name Michaela Maroney mean anything to you?
I know who Michaela Maroney is. Yeah, gymnast, USA.
Yeah, and she got real famous with the mean game, that face,
whatever that face was. Yeah,
but she real famous for something else right now.
Yeah, you see, we sometimes talk about what we're gonna talk about before we get on camera, and this is taking me talking about I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna let you go ahead go.
So apparently she's been on TMZ, showing herself. I don't know. I think I think she's maybe trying to try for video. They said, according to some.
I heard something about some plastic surgery.
Oh, I don't know about that now.
Yeah, I heard about that. That she possibly got some shots in the nether regions, and had been on making videos showing this and that, and the third showing a lot of skin. Okay, so this is my
how you go from world class gymnast to TMZ right with the butt shot.
You taking pictures in the Oval Office with the president with your famous meme face, and now you just exposed it for the world. I don't get that, but this is the only thing I'll attribute it to, and I've never understood this. And I'm not just talking about women. And I've seen it so many times. Women get to a certain age, usually around that 19, 20, 21. They realize that they want to be independent. Most girls take that path to independence through their quote-unquote grown woman aspect of their sexuality. I'm grown. We've seen it in many entertainers. People start off in Disney and Bop and Kids Bop and all this, and then they get to a certain age and the cut off shorts, the low cut this. I could see if I could wear the least amount of clothes I can wear. They go Miley Cyrus, and then it's kind of like, all girls got a little Kim K in them. Like, what's going on? Like, and then you have to couple that with this day and age, social media and all that. When me and you was in school, it wasn't no Instagram. Wasn't no Instagram. Wasn't no Snap. No. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that. And now you have all that. Terrible. But the compelling part is you have achieved something in sports on the highest level, international, just achievement. And then you kind of do what the chick around the corner is probably doing right now as we film this right now. She's on the Instagram, on the gram or whatever, doing well. More power. You grown. Do you. I ain't judging you. I'm just saying. Huh?
I feel like I need to start distancing myself from this portion of the conversation.
All I'm going to say is that he has 2 daughters, and we ain't playing that. We ain't playing none of that. That's why I ain't got no kids. But, you know.
Last word. So Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian, I heard that they weren't an item anymore. Happened kind of right around the playoffs party.
Well, see, that's funny because the last thing I saw them sporting wedding bands. That's what I saw.
I thought that he was
but I did hear
that she wasn't welcome no more. And in fact, he was rumored to be trying to get back with his baby's mother.
Okay, you know what? I did hear that. Well, I'm going to say 2 words. LeBron James. LeBron can miss his defensive assignment, and you can go off on LeBron in the game and whatever, and that's all cool. But at the end of the day, Khloe Kardashian better not be up to what they playing. What's the name of that state? That's the Quicken Center? Quicken Loans?
Yeah, Quicken Loans Ring.
I bet not see not nary a piece of Khloe Kardashian up in the Quicken Loans. I know that much.
Nobody's trying to deal with the Kardashian curse.
Not doing it. It's to me, it's bona fide.
Well,
is that we got anything else on quick
hitters?
No,
I think that's it.
Yeah, if that was it, just had those little quick hitters, man. And if we missed something, comment. Please comment. We're gonna try to react when we can, and I promise you, We're gonna get this thing more professional. I'm gonna get the audio right and all the goody
Oh.
thing. But in the meantime, it's always it's Slim
And Caesar.
and we're the
Professionals,
unprofessionals.
baby.
All right then.